Not many people have a pleasant memory when they think about any standardized test. Starting in high school with the SATs, many feel this method of testing is not an accurate measure of a student's level of success in college or beyond. Today, the GRE is taken by over 600,000 students a year, including most future PhDs. And most graduate programs, including the psychology department at Lehman College, require these results.
The GREs are critically important. I mean, they're still used a lot. It varies by field. It varies by institution. Some places use the GREs as gatekeepers. They post a minimum score, and if you don't match that minimum score, they don't even look at the rest of the application.
Professor Prohaska is one of Lehman's pre-graduate advisors, and he sees firsthand why the GRE is not always the best way to tell a student's potential.
We know that people whose first language is not English tend to have difficulty on standardized tests. We know that people who have been out of school for a while are going to have trouble with standardized tests. We know that people who suffer from test anxiety are going to have trouble with standardized tests. All of those groups of people I just mentioned that are going to have trouble on the GRE and standardized testing almost define the typical Lehman College students.
I do get nervous. I'm very, very anxious, and I start, like cold sweating and all those, kind of things. I'm an A student, but when it comes to standardized testing, I'm not good at that.
To address these concerns, the Educational Testing Service, also known as ETS, has decided to add a new component to the Graduate Record Exam. This edition is going to be called the Personal Potential Index, or PPI. This test will measure students' abilities in 6 different areas: knowledge and creativity, communication skills, teamwork, resilience, planning and organization, and ethics and integrity. Similar to a letter of recommendation, this evaluation will be conducted by a professor or a mentor who knows the student well.
What's different about PPI is that it's also unique because it helps bring some objectivity to what is otherwise a subjective process. All of the people filling out the PPI are going to be answering the same questions. So it'll be possible to compare students who had certain scores to students who had certain other scores.
Starting in July 2009, ETS will start offering the PPI, and students will be able to submit their results to any graduate program in all colleges from Lehman to NYU.
I have a vision that someday, and maybe in the not so distant future, graduate programs will say, what we're really looking for is somebody who's creative. We're looking for somebody who has really strong sense of ethics and integrity, and that those characteristics will become part of what graduate school admissions committees look for. And the PPI will give them an instrument to identify those people.
With July less than a year away, one can only imagine how the PPI would affect future graduate students right here in the Bronx. Reporting for BronxNet, I'm Verilyn Williams.